This is where we fight!
The battle is on. Mars versus Venus.
So it's another Friday edition. We welcome you to Mars versus Venus, where we bring couples closer together or we drive them further apart. We welcome the strong Spartans, the men, some of them little mousy.
Somebody think vibrating. Check out it.
Are you insinuating
That's
because
hot.
it's vibrating? It's my phone.
Yeah, it's your phone.
Okay. We also welcome the beautiful queens, the nurturers, the leaders, the women, the mothers, the wives. So today, we're opening the lands of communication. You're ready to open the lands of communication?
It's always been open.
We're opening the lands of communication. I say the lines of communication. I say good lie. All right. Is being faithful hard? No pun intended. No pun intended.
Wow.
Is being faithful hard? Now, maybe I should flip the question and ask, is being faithful easy? And if it is, why do so many people cheat? So we're talking in these days, these times, because, not only physical encounters we're talking here, right? Faithfulness has been compromised by social media a lot. When you're rinsing out a man ears and vice versa, and all you're sending sex texts and etc., you have kind of crossed the line.
So you can come out with me Friday. Where you walking Friday? I'm the you girl. Link me na girl.
Oh, you sounding like a little thirsty.
That's all it is be on Facebook.
So is being faithful hard? I mean, we live in a times now where, long time in mommy and daddy age, you with somebody and there was that kind of respect where, he's a married man or married woman, so you back off, especially with women, once they found out a woman was married, they back off.
See that ring?
Yeah, Rem used to run them, right? That was pointed at bondage. Show you I'm bonded.
Can take it off because it's time that area there.
So
that area get fair.
Times have changed. And again, we always talk about the fact that you don't need to leave your house to
cheat.
To cheat. So we're talking about how hard is it to be faithful these days. Nowadays, as a married woman, that don't stop men out there. I get approached all the time. Just give you a thing. Well, I ain't interested in your husband. I'm interested in you.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I get it all the time. I'm sure I'm not the only. And it works for men too. A married ring or you being married. I'm sure everybody know Jaiga is... Okay, maybe that's a bad example.
Ooh, that's a talk down, eh?
Maybe that's a bad... Okay, let me use something.
What kind of thing you doing?
That was a talk down.
All right, I will continue. Everybody know Jaiga is married. But I'm sure he's still approached by females out there who don't care. They maybe find that attractive.
No girls is talking. None.
None.
Not one female.
Not one.
I actually don't even know girls.
Yeah, you just know something.
I'm
Right.
two girl children. I don't know any female.
So it don't deter people again. Right? People approach you and they straight out know you're married or know in a very serious relationship. And that don't bother them at all.
I see me respond to you on Facebook the other day. Come to you, girl. And because your man come back from offshore. You call long a message, I poke you all kind of things, Jed. You need me respond to me, Jed.
I telling you, I don't want thing you poking me, okay?
I'm calling, boy.
So we're talking that. You on the WhatsApp, Jai?
Yeah, I got.
So talk serious now.
Shanice.
How difficult is it, Jags, to be faithful? How hard is it?
Hey, Shanice.
As a married man, as a black,
No,
proud.
not necessarily married, just in general. You don't have to be married. Marriage and nothing to do with that.
Amen. Amen.
Marriage and nothing to do with that. Just on a whole. people tend to feel that.
No pun intended.
No, it had nothing to do with marriage. At the end of the day, people is people, like that ill.
So why do you think people cheat over those that do not cheat? Is it that what, you're a strong person? Is it that how you grew up? You saw mommy with one man versus somebody else who grew up who see mommy every weekend was a different daddy, you know? What makes a person stay faithful? Is it love alone? Is it love? Because how many times have we had discussions with people who love their wife, wouldn't trade them for anything, but still cheat? Everything was good home, but still cheat.
Because it's perception.
Temptation.
Again, no, it's perception. Again, it's what people believe is cheating, and I guess it's comfort for most people. It's just comfort. A lot of people in relationships because of comfort. Because
You
of
mean
the
they
fact
stay
that,
in relationship?
yeah, because of comfort. At the end of the day, it has certain things you just don't want to give up. So you stay. I honestly, right now, as much as we just want to say it and try and hide from it, the system flawed. The place has been, the times has just changed so drastically. What you have seen your grandfather and grandmother and things do, and you know, it was worse then, but it just wasn't spoke about because of the fact that it wasn't as public with social media. Back in the days, right? If you hear stories of my grandmother and things, most grandfathers, black grandfathers, and this is no joke, had harem. Harem, most of them. That's just how it was.
My grandfather just had a red woman from St. James.
Well, okay. So he just had one red woman from St. James, right?
My grandmother mentioned it when she dead.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, never let it go. I wouldn't call it a horror.
Well, he didn't have that. He didn't have. But most black men, that's how they came up. But it was not spoken about because we didn't have all the public and social media things like now. Most of the time, like when I hear my grandmother and them talk, and they say it so common, it's like, oh, your grandfather, yeah, but you don't know Jessica from over the hill. Yeah, you have to channel Jessica, and the player come asking me for things. Go by your mother and get it. Most of them went through that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Who slept with
It wasn't
white
common.
sister.
It wasn't common. It wasn't like a talk thing and a thing. It was just kept under wraps and everybody kept it moving. You will see your grandmother and grandfather was together for 60-something years. And when you finally sit down to reason with them and get the story, she's saying it normal.
Yeah.
Who is that? Who your grandfather? Oh, that cross.
Well,
you don't know Angela?
exactly.
That's what
Well, I grew up in the time where when they start to get run, I grew up in the time
Well,
when
that's
they
what I'm
start to get run.
asking. Is it because our grandparents, that generation, settled? Because, as you said, it was part of the norm.
It's part of the norm. It's the culture.
It was the culture that women stayed with men when they find out, there's a little but you got, you know, and they would
So they do
stay.
it for the children.
And it wasn't a culture of breaking up a marriage,
Wasn't.
you know? And again, most
Because
of the
everybody
women were home.
Yeah, and everybody felt as though if you mash up the house, it's such a crazy thing. And women were led to believe back in the day that if you go, you will struggle and thing. But then they had that one. It's like the syndrome with how you call her, Rosa Parks now, the bus. She decided she not gonna sit on the back no more. It took one woman to decide, listen, me bound to stay.
Yeah.
I will go there, find a place, take my children and them and make it happen. One woman did, and then it started a trend came. And a lot of women started to do that. So now it's a case of everything working out, whatever, move on.
But there are many people like this generation that grew up in homes like that, where they saw daddy going out every Sunday and just disappearing on nights, coming in next day.
No, that you talk about
the unspoken kind of, but they knew what was going on,
and they're the ones where they have no daddy, period.
right?
Plenty
Right.
single parent homes where it's just them and mommy alone.
Right.
Yeah.
So now the fresher generation, the newcomers, like the fresh 20-year-old girls, ain't want no man. Because they have a new generation of this independent woman thing and all these
I see
songs, all these things.
my mother bring her 5 children by herself. It didn't need no man.
Yeah, so they ain't want no mister. So everybody feel like they do it on their own. And then hence
we
why
don't need
the
hate.
whole craze of the AFs come in. As we were talking about the
Ooh,
aggressive
yeah, boy.
females. That is the breed. That is why that is bred. Because of that whole thing now.
All right, let's get some WhatsApp messages out. Morning breakfast party. I would say it's more difficult for men to be faithful because there are many, many gorgeous women out there. Therefore, I think it's time for us to get into open relationships. How open, boy?
What kind of open you talking
When
about?
they say
there, brother?
open,
What kind
yeah,
of
you
open
do
you
your
open?
thing,
Who's
I
that
do
dude?
my
Who's that
thing.
dude?
I don't know. I don't have a name.
Oh God, he brave. That open thing not going to work.
Well, it works for some couples.
But I was walking through Westmore time and bounced up a 19-year-old girl, and she's in a 4-way relationship.
What is a 4-way? What, she's a plug?
She's a
What
4.
is
She's
a
in a
4-way?
4-way, a high voltage.
relationship.
not
That is a.
following.
Would you even call that? No, I'm trying to be
She have a
open. When you
boyfriend
see,
and she have a girlfriend.
so where the other person are here in three, where was he for?
Well, I think the boyfriend have a girlfriend too. Have another girlfriend too.
So yeah, they have plenty of that going intertwined.
Yeah.
Shannon says it's not hard to be faithful. You be faithful if you want to be. It have to do with the person themselves, right? Cyril feeling you, Jaiga. They're feeling your song.
Okay, it is.
Just yesterday, Nikki, this guy offering to be my side guy, and it's one of my husband's friends. No shame in the game.
What?
Papa,
What kind of friend you have, boy?
he jump out himself there.
Yeah.
Hey,
But no, think about it. You know, much people going out with their husband and the best friend on the side.
Real jump out himself there.
boy.
That is
Your
jump
best
out.
friend doing anything, bending backwards for your wife. Watch yourself, maybe your wife bending backwards for you.
In your case, if a man come and start to clean the dog, that is the day. if Jerry only come over there and see a man bathing Bob.
Wash it on the yard.
Gain Baba shampoo and
Ziggy, come for treat, Ziggy, come for treat.
and Ziggy jumping up on him and he played and he flop and he combing Ziggy. That is it.
Is
Day.
it? Was this your
That
man
is
close to
it,
Bobby?
day.
Is it? Being faithful should be easy as a woman, as long as your husband satisfies you in most areas. Whether my husband wears his ring or not, women still want him. But when he wears the ring, it does attract them even more. Some women have no shame. But being faithful for my husband is probably a little difficult because women throw themselves at him because of his job. He's a DJ.
What?
Raw?
Who DJ is that, boy?
He's a DJ. I wonder if he's a DJ at this station, but he's a DJ. He says women throw. Is that true, Cleveland? Do women throw themselves as DJs?
Girls. I got girls. I got girls.
Hey, don't do that.
I want to know if the DJ works at the station, Miss Lady. I'm just asking.
Don't do it. So what are you saying? What is that young lady saying? That if your significant other is a DJ, it's harder. It's hard. That's what's happening there.
Because women throw themselves
Wow.
as DJs.
Wow. So
You
that's
know
why
this-
the Stully competition
Yeah,
so
I know,
busy.
Yes.
Hey, that is why Stully competition so busy. Hey.
I got
So
girls.
Christian agreeing with what we said. He says, my grandfather had kids with two sisters and was with them at the same time.
And
Plenty of that happened in
Yes,
Granddad
but
and
They
Debbie.
knew, so they knew.
Well, I know.
But
but
whether
yeah.
they know, that was a common practice, but we again, it's a taboo.
So wait,
and
this went
Australians
on.
like to fool ourselves into believing it's all kind of pretty talk. And you know what has upset me the most? Is all these fancy quotes that girls is just find and put up all of a sudden. Is that when thing is all sell quotes and find one in oneself and others. Shut the hell up now, man. Oh God, and let me be real now. It's the quotes that's what has mashed me up. Everybody is a quote all of a sudden. Everybody righteous.
Where's that one? Find oneself.
Find oneself in oneself of the clouded skies in oneself and okay and all of a sudden there's a million quotes. There's just gonna come and everybody righteous. I can never understand. And you know what next thing? When them single, you see single women is the devil.
Oh,
you
the
know.
single ladies. Oh,
Single women is the devil. It's only single. Girl, you taking that for me? That is why. That is why what? Your friend have a man?
what?
Is she
Single
with
man
anybody?
too. Single man too. They push for their partner. Hey, you wrap up like a market crowd.
Oh
so
God, that is
boy.
the one. Daddy don't
Let
go.
we go. We go
As
in
we-
basketball
As we
tonight.
always
boy.
say, a black man's downfall is his partner. You know?
Yeah.
Because watch me, Nikki, you will have a little 1,000.
Yeah.
Right? You know that 1,000 is to do something.
Oh.
And you're rolling with your virgin and you get stop anymore. Like, oh, boy, this real hard, boy. That you should get, I know. Now, boy, they're going to get a cigarette. That you should get, boy. You gonna let that part. Daddy, you should get that, boy. Daddy. You don't. You.
Yeah, that's right.
By the time you reach home, it's back and because the
Bacchanal.
1,000 gone. He happy wherever he gone and that you in
Go
shambles.
by your wife.
I'm
Morning
telling
crew. And unfaithfulness isn't hard, but as a woman, we stay faithful until our other half start the foolishness. Then it starts. And I'm not talking a one-time thing. It has to be a habit. But I have to say, if you truly love someone, nothing or no one can make you cheat. But if we trini man, we dealing with, them can have one woman. They'd have 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it true? Are we being too hard on Trini, man?
No. As I said, it's a cultural thing. But what happens too? There are these situations where you find that individual. If you understand what I mean. People find that individual where you're compatible on a level that is just crazy. Everybody just could have a good time. You could lime, you could not lime, them could go out, and you know what I'm saying? It's have that connection. And then have some
that
people.
One little rare though.
And then, no, not really have it out there. And then you have the ones that you had a struggle. Some people just had a struggle. When I mean you try to do what you had to do to make it work now. You had to fight. Some people just don't have to fight. It's just come natural.
Chico
You have to
says,
grow into that.
Chico says that open thing is drama. If you can't make it, just be single. Share your Pikachu and by God as much as you want.
Oh God, hey.
Women throw themselves at anybody in the entertainment business.
That's not true, man. I don't believe that is true. That's not true. That is a midday. I mean, like there's some girls that again, it's how you
no, they have groupies. They will always have groupies.
Always have people who feel they want the easy way out. But again, that's only for a time. That's only for a time. You really feel you're gonna get a 45-year-old woman going area this weekend to look for man? Really?
Devan says.
Really? You really feel a 45-year-old woman paid paunchy clothes, douchey bundle to go area to look for man? She had to be off. What you doing? You had to be real off. That will happen.
Devan says, I try to live within the moral boundaries of the sanctity of marriage, but I didn't know how exhilarating the forbidden fruit was until I was enticed. Now, single life is very lucrative. Yeah, that didn't work out for you, Devan.
Hey, Devan,
let me just get one voice note out before we jump
help.
into our birds. No, Nicholas.
Devan need help.
I got girls.
First party of things. Nice job this morning. Oh, Jaiga. And I was taking in here yesterday, then, boy. And yesterday, like today, boy. But you're right, too. Nowadays, them woman, them really thinking too much in them party, too, you know. It's time for them woman, we to start back to move, you know. Because at the end of the day here, why?
He's not talking about
Can't be going out there spending that kind of money, drinking that kind of alcohol, and them woman, there's this time. I'm looking for cookies, man.
Daddy, wait! Daddy, no. We had to take Django. Yeah. He said, you're going out there, spend all that money and buy nice alcohol. Let me get you going party to look for Pokemon. Try the next thing. I don't understand this generation is confused. You going over that young lady, right? You're driving, you're pawning your nice clothes. Imagine that you're washed down. You're going to buy scrapes and pay 70 to get your thing clean, right? Clean up your thing. You put nice smelling thing. You let that man sweeten up your seat and thing and it's smelling good. You pick up house your name. You come down the road. You go on the Ave. You're cruising. Your glasses halfway cracked now because you want too much of cool breeze. You're that natural little mystic now. You're playing all the thing because your songs and them bubbling. You're listening to Loud and Bashy on the radio and you're good and you're thing and you're cruising, right? And she's gonna go and like this tune, turn it up, and you're listening to it. And all of a sudden, you can turn right. What happened? Just pull up by the park because seen two people and she will come out and play. Nah, boy, that off. That real off. That off. I find that off.
Morning, guys. There are some very nasty women out there, and single and married, running after married men and disrespecting people's marriage. But men have a huge part to play on how they react to these women. If you love and respect your wife and your vows, then don't give in to these nasty peeps. Have a great day, guys.
Wow, that's a female.
Boy.
Yeah.
Again.
All right.
It's all according to the relationship that you're in, you know. I say it has some. I sure you seen. You seen relationship.
You saying must start this topic, eh?
He woman tell him to soak. He woman tell him go and enjoy yourself. You understand? It's your birthday.
You know that.
You know when
You know that.
You know do the trio. Big yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And I'm sure when he come back, you know they might say
I want you to say,
run him like
I
a dog.
want you to run him like a dog. You really feel when he get like a dog, he go in and cry, right? He go and cry fast. He go and cry faster than he run. It's 958 champion. He go in and cry in about 7. All right, nice. Movements.
Giselle says special love to Raw. Open relationships is a source of freedom and expression. I don't know if she's talking to you directly, Raw, but she said.
What's her name?
Yeah, Giselle.
That's fine. Did she have a parlor? If she have a
special
parlor,
love to Raw. Open
if
relationships
she
is a
have
source.
a parlor, Raw interested. Raw only like you when you have shop, talk shop and
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
He can
He
get
said he
cheese
like
and a
business,
butter.
right.
If you don't have a talk shop, you don't have a chance.